Pete, did something happen just now? Nothing that's not to be expected, oh hideous, godless abomination. Just one of your thralls let the facade slip a little bit, and we got a peek behind the curtain, that's all. No idea. The narrator wisely choosing to play dumb here. Hashtag Eldritch Lovin'. You know, any port in the storm, chat. I'm telling you, any port in the storm. Sometimes you gotta take what's on the table. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess, but, you know, par for the course for you, Monica. So, you don't know anything? Oh, I know everything, Monica. I know everything. Can't say I do, because I'm sticking with the whole let's play dumb thing. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure it's going to go the other way around, Monica. Stop violently hurling your chest at me. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. That's why you're trying to assert your dominance all over me by presenting your breasts. It's not going to work, Monica. I'm not intimidated by your chest. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Yeah, whatever you say, Monica. You're the mother of all lies. I don't believe any words that come out of your mouth. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Yeah, I'd forgotten that was even a thing, actually. I guess, suppose we can do that. Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? She might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, whatever you say, Monica. You're the club president. You're in charge. Make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. Take advantage of the chest hurl. It's optimal stabbing time. You're right. We could actually just, like, get a stake, hold it out in front of us, and then wait for her to violently hurl our chest at us and impale herself. Who should I show my poem to first? You know what? Monica. I wrote this one split evenly between Natsuki and Monica to show Monica that I'm on to her fucking game. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem, and I wanted her to know I'm putting in effort. Okay, whatever. Hi, Pete. Having a good time so far? Oh, yes, thinking about how all the various and sundry ways in which I'm going to destroy you. It's pretty entertaining. Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better. Okay, suggestion number 1. You could get a giant vat of holy water, and we could all bathe in it. What do you say? Just to, you know, make sure that none of us boil when exposed to sanctified water. Alternatively, we could all go outside and stand in direct sunlight for a little while. See if any of us maybe burst into flame or fall into a cloud of ash. No? Okay. You're always listening? Just a suggestion. I'm just spitballing a little bit here. Don't be afraid to bring things up. I'll keep that in mind. Think about the holy water thing, though. Seriously. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up because I know Monica is watching and judging me and possibly knows everything that's going on, even though she's not present because she has some form of limited omniscience, I believe. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share you I'm telling you, this frame rate thing is definitely linked to Monica. Want to share your poem with me? Oh, I definitely do. I wrote it just for you. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't hurl your chest. I swear to God, the next time you hurl your chest at me, I'm putting a wooden stake in front of it. Don't worry, Pete. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. That's ominous. Also, sure, why not? I hand Monica my poem. What the hell happened to her arm there? Great job, Pete. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. Yeah, it's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. And also, if you think very little of me, you'll never see me coming when I leap from the shadows with a knife and cut your head off. You'll never see me coming. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. Oh, don't even try and frame Yuri. You did it, Monica. You're the one who broke her. Whatever the hell is wrong with Yuri, you're fucking responsible and we both know it. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. That's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry if I'm being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm glad that you took all the time you needed. All right. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Do I want to read your poem, Monica? Yes, I need to get inside your head and find out how your machine works so that I can disassemble it. Don't worry, I'm not very good. Yeah, bullshit. Pretty confident for somebody who claims to be not very good at manipulating people. The music is still ever so slightly off. It's actually been off pretty much the whole time, actually. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. Whatever. Let's read this poem of yours. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So is Monica trying to say that she's like trapped in this reality somehow? The music is, yes, it's definitely still fucked up. So maybe Monica isn't the architect of this hell. Maybe she's just another victim? How do I get the poem to go away? So, what do you think? Honestly, I don't know what to think, Monica. What the hell is going on with the frame rate? It's very freeform. That's what you want to call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback, because mostly I just want to destroy you and whatever it is that you have wrought. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. Yeah, what was the inspiration behind this one, if I might ask? Oh, demon! Was it something that you saw in the burning fires of the eternal purgatory and abomination? Is that what it was? I'm not sure if I know how to put it, so it definitely was something that you saw in a glimpse of the depths of hell. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems. Wait a minute! Does Monica know she's in a video game? Is that what... Oh, hold on a second, chat. I think that's it. I think Monica knows she's in a video game. She's the one character that knows she's trapped. She's like, I'm trapped in this video... Maybe she's not the maybe she's not the architect of this nightmare. Maybe she's just another victim. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with... Monica knows she's in a video game. That's what it is. She knows. She knows she's in a video game. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Chad, I seriously think that may be it. Monica knows she's in a video game. I don't know what the deal with Natsuki is. I'm pretty sure Yuri is some kind of, like, demon that wants to eat our skin. I think Monica may just know she's in a game. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Does one of them drift 4.5 feet to the side of her head again? Exceptional. What was that, by the way? Yuri. Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, then ends up covering her whole face. Give me that side eye, though. She's just moaning. He's going to hate me. Yuri? Hello? I didn't do anything wrong, per se. Hashtag gimme that side-eye, chat. I love this. Oh. You know, it was the side-eye that initially drew me to Yuri. That's it. It was the side-eye that drew me in. Then Sayori died, and now everything is fucked forever. But the side-eye still gets me. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Oh, you know, just I know exactly what to say to pique you or Natsuki's interest. And I actually wrote this poem to try and split the difference, but apparently somehow it still became a Yuri poem? Your use of imagery and metaphor indicates that you've written a lot of poetry before. Like 5 in this game, yeah. That's a huge compliment coming from you, by the way. This is actually my first time. No, it's not, because I remember the previous cycle of this reality. This is like my 6th time. It's going long on the stream for a Wednesday? No, we're not. Not even, we're barely 2 hours in, chat. Hashtag give me that side-eye. Hashtag bring the side-eye. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly and then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just, man, there's something really weird going on with the frame rate here in the game because OBS is actually picking up the image before it gets to the screen. That's weird. Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, except her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How so? We've barely interacted with Natsuki at all. Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine, whatever. I barely care about Natsuki. I honestly at times forget that she exists. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki, or possibly to Monica, who no doubt is watching from her omniscient perch in the corner. Mind if I read your poem, Yuri? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. I'm guessing it's going to be dark and hungry. That's what the thought process. It ain't OBSP. No, it's the game, which is why I actually think now the game is deliberately doing something to the frame rate, because OBS is pulling it out of the game hook, and it's actually picking up the stuff that's in the game before it hits the screen. Which makes me think that maybe the game is coded to do something to the screen buffer, but OBS is not hooked into the screen buffer. It's actually pulling it directly from the feed out of the game, which is why it's picking it up first. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club and like our 5th trip through it or something? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. This is actually the same poem that she wrote last time. I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. The handwriting was actually quite lovely, very calligraphic style. Took you a long time to read. Well, maybe I was just enjoying it. I don't read script very often. That's true of actual Perfidious Pete, by the way. I print when I write. I don't write in cursive. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. It was pretty good. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Yes, I know. Speaking of digestion, your next poem is going to be all about the hunger for the devouring souls of the innocent or whatever it is that you do. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Pete. Really? Are you sure about that? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem was only being symbolically prepared to a ghost. Lingering her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. So what are you like so is Yuri just straight up a vampire? Is that it? I hadn't even thought of the fact that you might just straight up be an actual vampire, which I suppose would explain the fact that you drank our blood. Impressive. It's nothing really. No, I mean, the fact that you aren't bursting into flames when exposed to relatively direct sunlight. For a vampire, I think that would be hard to achieve. Also, chat, hashtag I love the vampire. Fuck me, I am Bella Swan. This game has turned me into Bella Swan. Motherfucker. I always knew deep down, I guess I was secretly hashtag Team Edward. Doki Doki has confirmed it. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. Oh, that side-eye, though. Every time it gets me. Every time. That side-eye. Yeah, of course. You know I can't say no to the side-eye, Yuri. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Pete. Okay. Can you help me kill Monica? I mean, you're a vampire. You probably got some supernatural hoodoo you can call upon. If nothing else, you ought to be remarkably hard to kill. Together, we can bring her down. Let's work to destroy this world. Hashtag give me that side-eye. I like hand hair more than side-eye. Fucking blasphemy, chat. That is absolute blasphemy. Hand hair more than side-eye? Get the fuck out of here, Poseidon. When did you start playing hentai games on Steam? Yeah, Euphine, this game really isn't a, this really isn't a hentai game. At all. In fact, it's kind of flipping the whole hentai game thing on its head. Who should I show my poem to next? Well, Natsuki's the only remaining choice. Yeah, OBS is about a third of a second ahead of the actual game. And so far, no hentai. This is also true, yeah. Let's just exchange ellipses. We don't actually have to have a conversation. Let's just ... each other until we both get bored. What do you say? Well, it's about what I expect from someone like you. Are we talking about the poem or the exchanging ellipses until we're both bored of each other? Because I honestly forgot you were here. Little blunt, though, don't you think? Maybe just you could couch it in some polite phrases. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your... Oh, sorry, this is me talking, not Natsuki. It's not cute enough for your taste, Natsuki? Do you want to get smacked? I mean, honestly, wouldn't be the first time I've been smacked by a valley girl. Actually, wouldn't be the first time I'd paid to get smacked by a valley girl. I think I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. You know, just because well, you know what? No, typically that's the way it goes. You show me yours, I'll show you mine, etc., etc. Not that you'll like it. Probably not. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. So also the same poem that Suki wrote last time, too. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. I mean, it seemed a little Dick and Jane, but it was okay. Just be honest. I am being honest. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. Yeah, because, you know, Ernest Hemingway, noted writer, well known for using really dynamic language and very oh, no way. Isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yeah, exactly. It's like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So, like, I decided to write about it because I can't do anything myself. I'm just like a worthless millennial. Trying is hard and stuff. Yeah, whatever, I understand. Also, don't be hating on millennials. That's not cool. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that, like, it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. Yep, you sure did. Way to thwart expectations. It's like you read TV tropes and discovered that inverted tropes are a thing. It's also a good metaphor for this game since it's one big inverted trope. Even with the deconstruction, Blue Balls is still at max. Why does Natsuki sound like a skater boy? She's supposed to be a valley girl, it's just my accent isn't that great. Sorry, I only can do so many voices and I'm at my limit. Also, doing the Sayori voice really tears up my throat. I'm sort of not missing that aspect. I mean, I'm still heartbroken that my one true love is dead, but I'm glad I don't have to do the voice anymore. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Man. I'm getting a real kind of Dragon Ball Z vibe from this chick, and that just because she's young, everything is supposed to be, like, challenging. She's supposed to still be super awesome. That's the... Thank God she's dead, then. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Yeah, whatever. Can club be over for the day? Did she have you in her will, or does she have a life insurance policy on her? Sayori? I doubt it. I mean, the music is fucked up again. Shit's about to get weird, chat. Also, she's been erased. I don't think she exists anymore. Yep. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. Still no Sayori, right? A little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just being really nice. There's no way my poems could stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. Yeah, whatever. I sigh. This is definitely not just a literature club, by the way. I guess it's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. They look exactly the same. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Nope, pretty much stayed exactly where they were. Yuri smiles sadly. Expression has not changed at all. It's like she's fucking carved from granite, actually. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. It just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out all nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. Heh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it. And Pete did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Oh, delicious like that delectable Pete over there. Which I haven't yet. Hey, you had the opportunity. You're the one who let me self-C-block. Don't try and pin this on me. And Pete liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... Hashtag catfight. What's up with the music now? It sounds like we fell into a fucking episode of Hee Haw. Yo, you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Pete appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh, and how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ah! Like, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Pete started showing up. Well, she is a vampire. I mean, it may have legitimately been that they magically grew. You don't know what powers a vampire has. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Oh, that's right. You guys turn on Monica. We got to get you turned on Monica to bring her down. Although, again, I'm not convinced that Monica is necessarily the bad guy. The music is really prancy. It's also all kind of janky. Taking out your... Whoa, what the hell's going on? Taking out your own insecurities on others. Like, man, this is getting real fucking weird here. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. What the shit is going on with the music, though? I'm mad as a hatter? Yeah, this shit is getting real fucked up. Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle's too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can kind of balance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Wow, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Oh, shit, son. She's firing shots. She knows she's a cutter. Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? I mean, come on, this is not news to anybody here. What the fuck is wrong with your head? What the shit? What the fuck is going on? Yeah, go on. Let Pete hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me if she just noticed I was standing here. Pete? She's just trying to make me look bad. It's not true. She started it. Yeah, I'm fucking just batshit insane at this point. There's nothing to say but ... Jerry. I agree with the props. So wait. What the hell? Hello, Monica. What the fuck, though? Oh, she's here to save us? Hello. Hey, Pete. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Yeah, you know what? Not a bad idea, Monica. Let's do exactly that. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Don't try to subjugate me by violently hurling your chest at me, Monica. I'm not having it. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own Cub members properly. Monica with the mind block. What the actual fuck? Yeah, I'm down with you. I think Monica's bit is she just knows that she's a character in a video game. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against the others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh, she's crying. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. Yeah, you may have said that. I believe you, by the way. Like all 4 or 5 times, I believed it. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Pete, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. Yeah, it's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Yeah, because Monica's gonna go fucking mind wipe her. That's why she'll forget. Completely. ... Oh, Yuri knows Monica's gonna mind wipe her, though. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Hashtag gimme that side eye. Maybe you should have clicked one. I did click one like 40 times. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. ... Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Pete. I would just be embarrassing with you listening. Monica is always listening, though. That's the thing. Monica is always listening. Hashtag get you some side-eye. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate you. Oh, duh. So Yuri wanted to do something, and Monica just fucking deleted the scene? So Monica knows she's in a video game and also knows, by knowing that she's in a video game, she has the ability to maybe control events to a certain extent. And suddenly we're writing another poem. Huh. Do a Yuri poem? No, you know what? I think we're going to do exactly the same thing we did last time and do a non-committal poem. But you know what? I'm looking at the old clock on the wall here, and it's about time to wrap up the stream. I don't want to get into another one of these and have to cut it off in the middle. This seems like a pretty good stopping point, so I'm going to actually go ahead and wrap things up.